Hi everyone. Here is Math 11, Assignment 7, page 193, 1 through 2. I've just gone through and I've corrected all the submissions that I've had for this week, and super happy with the effort. That was all good. In order to make a Voronoi diagram, there has to be shading. So that's really what this is about. And also about how to find Voronoi diagrams quickly. So the question says, by finding the perpendicular bisectors, use incremental algorithm to complete the Voronoi diagrams to the given sites. And before that, it says, unless told to calculate the equations, meaning you don't have to, you can construct the lines with a pair of compasses by eye or by using software. So I'm doing this mostly by eye. I've used a ruler to draw these. I've already filled in the spots. So all this, you can do already and quite easily. So let's go through how to do these. So really what we need is just to find the perpendicular bisectors, between each one of the points. So when we look at the first question, let's just look at these 2 points here. Well, where is exactly halfway between these 2 points? Well, this is at 1, 1, this is at 3, 1, and so right here, that's going to be the middle, all right? And anywhere along a line here, in fact, let's do this. Anywhere along the line here, so on this side of the line is closer to here, on this side of the line is closer to here. All right, yay, okay, there we go. So that's it. And I could extend this all the way through, but I'm just gonna go to there. Now what I need to know is where is the halfway point between these two. You can kind of, you can look at this. I could come over here and I could measure this with a ruler if I wanted to. Or I could just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna say right about there. And then I'm going to try and draw that at a right angle. And I could, if I wanted to, I could grab a square and I could become a little bit more accurate like this. But again, I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm going to say like that. So now everything on this side, let's ignore this point down here. Everything on this side is closer to here. Everything on this side is closer to that point. All right, yay. Okay, and then I'm then going to find a perpendicular bisector between here and here. So let's find the halfway. And again, I could do this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it's right about there. And then I'm going to draw this bisector, and it's going to be about there. Now, I could have extended this all the way through. But we really don't need to, and I'm just going to end up erasing part of this anyhow. So now this says if you're on this side, you should go here. If you're on this side, you should go here. Okay, well, this part really isn't needed because this segment here is bisecting these 2 parts. But you're going to run into this before you're crossed over to get to here anyhow, and likewise over here. So we really don't need this part. So I'm going to take this part out. There we go. And now what I can do is I can shade. So if you're in this region here, that point is closest to you. If you're in this region, you should go there. And if you're in this region, that's the closest point to you. Okay, so hopefully that's a little bit, hopefully that's clear now. All right, but let's do another one. Let's do B. So B says 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, so that's here. And again, I'm going to choose, I'm going to find, it doesn't matter which 2 points, but this one's really easy to find. So let's find the perpendicular bisector between here and here, which is going to be right there. So I'm a little bit off on my dot, that's okay. And I know it's going to, I could draw this all the way through, but that just gives me more to erase. I know that this bisector is going to intersect with the bisector of these 2, probably right around here. This one is also easy to find because this is at y equals 1. This is at y equals 5. So what's halfway? That would be 4. So just have to get that from over here. So there we go. Oh, look at that. I drew that like perfectly. Okay, so then this one, and again, this is a bisector. So it's bisecting. So if you are on this side of the line, if you're up here, you should be going here. If you're down here, you should be going here. Okay, and then I'm going to extend this to meet the other bisector. So there we go. And now I just need a bisector between here and here, and you can see it's probably going to be right there. And you can do this out, you can go and find the calculations, but we can also do this by eye. All right, now, had I extended these, then I would now erase these, but I didn't. And so I can do shading again. So if you're anywhere in here, then you're closest to this point. After all, between, it's really, let's pretend that these are hospitals. If you get injured right here, well, we already know this is a bisector between this point and this point. So everywhere up here is closer to here. This is the bisector between these 2 points. So again, if you're anywhere up here, then you're on both sides of I guess that's correct, both sides of the bisector. So anyhow, I hope that's going to make sense. And then down here, and then in this area here. Okay, and there's a Voronoi diagram. Okay, so let's go, probably just skip 2A, excuse me, but what the heck, we're here, we might as well do it. Okay, so again, I have my points. I'm just drawing bisectors now. And again, this is at 1, this is at 5. So halfway between is going to be at 4. So we'll start off here. Again, it's probably going to go about that far. Let's do this one as well because this is easy. So halfway between, again, 1 and 5, that's going to be 4, right? 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So it's going to be about here. There we go. And then I need another one from here to here. So this is pretty much like 1B, right? And I'm going to say that that's about it. There we go. And one more time, what the heck? Shade. Now the next part they say, okay, but wait a minute. What happens if we throw D into all of this? Well, all right, I'm just going to do what I did here and make adjustments as I go. Okay, so again, I'm going to, let's make my bisector here. This is halfway. So let's say it's going to go about there. And then I'm still going to have a bisector between these 2 points. So that's going to be here. There we go. And then I'm going to have a bisector. I'm still going to have the bisector between these 2 points. So this is going to be here. I'm just going to do this about here. There we go. And now, so this is just the same as this diagram, but now I need a bisector between D and C, which is easy because this is at 3 and this is at 5, so halfway is 4, so it's going to be right about there. So I'm going to draw my bisector in here, and this time I'm going to have, I think I'm going to have to erase some lines. Okay, so there we go. So that separates those two, but then I also need to separate D and B. Okay, so D and B. So where is going to be halfway between D and B? Well, I can start off there. It's actually looks like it's going to be about there. I don't know, that's kind of cool. All right, so let's do a line here. Okay, and let's extend this to here and see where that gets us. Okay, and so let's see, and then that's about it because, yeah, I think that's about it. I got to do, and then do. Yeah. Okay, so this line is to separate D and B. This is the bisector for D and B. But actually, and this one bisects D and C. So I actually don't need this one here. This one doesn't help me at all. It's not needed, okay? And then if I have, let's see, if I'm in this section here, this is the bisector for originally for C and B. So if I'm over here, I'm clearly in section D because I'm on the other half of this, so that means that this one is not needed. Take that one out. And yeah, so it's kind of gonna look like something like that. I think that's pretty close. Except for I do need to have a bisector between A and D, and I think that's actually going to be on this side of the line a little bit. So maybe this one here might be a bit off, but anywho, so that's at let's see. So again, about halfway. Let's call that 8 and 12.5 and 6 and something a little bit more. So it's going to be like around about here and about there. Okay, and then maybe that comes down to, so again, this is where, you get close to this, I'm happy. Okay, so in that case, I really don't need this one. So it's going to look something like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so then if you're up in this area, right down to here, you go to D, all over here is C, all over here is B, and all over here is A. And then the question was asking if you're in, I think it was in 1 and 4, is that what it is? Yeah, 1 and 4. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's really close. This is where you want to draw your lines. Well, but I'd say that that's in that 1, 4 is going to be in section D. Okay, I hope that's helpful to you, and have a great day.